Hi, I'm Pixie.
And I'm Natalie.
And this is Natalie's Noms.
Yes.
Today we're going to make a Banoffee pie. You ever made one before, Natalie?
No, never.
Never? You excited?
You just want to break it.
Do you know what's in a Banoffee pie?
There's this biscuit base with caramel on it, and then there's whipped. Oh, we put the bananas. We put sliced bananas on it in a real pretty pattern. Put whipped cream on top, and we're going to add I think we're going to drizzle some melted chocolates.
So Natalie has just laid out the recipe perfectly. So like she says, it's a biscuit base. Instead of crushed biscuits, we're going to bake a sugar cookie base. And then we're going to make a nice caramel filling. Top that with beautifully patterned sliced bananas, whipped cream, and then we're going to drizzle chocolate sauce over it. And of course, that's pretty much a basic traditional Banoffee pie. Delicious.
Yep.
Okay, should we get baking?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's go.
So the first step is to bake our base. So we've pre-made a sugar cookie dough. We made this about 2 or 3 weeks ago, and this freezes really well. We'll make another video on how to make the sugar cookie dough, but pretty much any sugar cookie recipe you like, just pick your favorite, and yeah, get that ready, have it prepared, and then you're gonna roll it out. And we are using a cake tin, one of the ones where you can pop the sides off. And hopefully we're going to be able to make sort of a pie with the sides lined with the cookie dough as well. Otherwise it'll just be a flat base, and I'll put some baking paper in later so that we can peel it off, and it should all hopefully, fingers crossed, be freestanding when we're done. TC, get out of the fridge, you rat bag. So now for step 1, we're going to roll out our dough. I've placed down some wax paper on my bench top and put some flour on top of that. Now we're going to put the dough out and add a little bit more flour on top of that and roll it out. Natalie's going to do the rolling because she's quite good at this. The base did not turn out entirely as we were hoping, but we've never done this before.
Yeah.
So forgive us that. We've got sort of like a flan pastry. We've got it down low, managed to get it up about an inch all around the sides of the pan. So now we're just going to pop that in the oven, and then I am going to cheat, and instead of making the caramel filling from sugar and butter, I'm just going to cook down some caramel melts. Then I'm going to cook them up on the stove top with condensed milk to make our filling. While this bakes in the oven at about 200 degrees Celsius for about 8 to 10 minutes, just until it's slightly browned. And we'll get that out to cool. And by about that point, the filling should hopefully be ready. It'll cool down and we'll be able to put it in. Sorry. And in the meanwhile, well, I'm doing the caramel because even though I don't know if this is going to get to those extreme temperatures cooked sugar does when you're making your own caramel, I still am just terrified Natalie will burn herself. So I'm going to do that bit myself, and we've still got this dough left. So Natalie is going just to make some biscuits because waste not, want not. We're going to make some yummy cookies to snack on while we wait for our pie to set for the next stage. You gonna have fun with that, baby?
Yeah.
Awesome. I'll leave you to roll that out. What's that? Turned out quite how we were expecting, but not bad. We'll work with that. So we'll let that cool down and pour in the caramel. I've added some baking paper to the outside of the pan, and now I'm going to add the caramel filling on top now that it's cooled down a little bit. We've got our caramel filling in there, and now I'm just going to pop this in the fridge and let it set for about an hour before we add the next layers. Okay, so a few hours have been by. We have let the caramel set in the fridge, and that's solidified now. So we're going to chop up our bananas and put that on top. Alright, Nat, you want to chop the bananas, honey?
Yeah.
Alright, I'll show you how I want them done. So now we are going to whip our cream to add to the top. So we planned to put melted chocolate and coconut on this Banoffee pie originally, but due to time constraints, we are just going with some grated mini chocolates on top, keeping it kind of traditional, so we'll get back to that. Wow. That looks delicious. What's that, Nat?
That is our Banoffee pie.
Banoffee pie, yum. That is our Banoffee inspired pie recipe. I just hit the pie. Damn. So, it didn't turn out exactly how we wanted, but for our first attempt to have a bake a Banoffee pie for either of us, I think we did okay. What do you think?
Yeah.
Are you trying to lick the pie?
No.
I don't trust you with the pie. Thank you so much for watching. We hope you enjoyed watching us get messy in the kitchen, and we hope you tune in again and watch another episode of Natalie's Noms. Bye!